Hey there, strangers. It's time for another 2 p.m. PST to stream. I'm your host, Strangebro Jim, and today we are going to be getting back into, well, and what I normally lovingly call my coding streams. So, today we are going to be continuing our work on getting all of the vector sprites that I built using Inkscape into their respective prefabs, and hopefully we can actually get them working in the uh, working properly so that I can actually start using them to animate through the levels and eventually build it up to where I can actually get um, movement, the animations, the eventually build to a point where we are going to be able to um, handle a collection of resources, uh, the fighting between all the sprites. So there's a little bit of work to be done on this, but it's um, marathon starts with one step at a time. So right now it appears that Unity is doing a lot of imports for the moment. So here, let me. I'll just switch over to webcam for now. Um, so if you weren't here last week, unfortunately I had a crash at the very end. So um, my internet just, I don't know. It just kept on wanting to give out around the 5 o'clock mark, and it, it's been kind of corrupting my files, unfortunately. So I've had to download some of the files from Twitch, So um, I've set some things up, so hopefully that's not going to be a problem anymore. But I don't know. That's a problem. I'm still in the testing phase of it and making sure that everything kind of works properly. So far, I haven't had any problems, but that's not to say that I'm not going to have problems. Um, the changes that I made was opening up the port for streaming completely for outbound, and then um, switching um, the server farm locations from one, well, I mean, metropolis or city, large city. Actually, I don't know what their population is, um, but I switched it over to Los Angeles, so which it was slightly closer overall, but I had thought that you know the idea was uh, if I switched over to Los Angeles, I'd probably be dealing with a lot more traffic, and therefore I would have a little bit more of I'd have a harder time um, streaming because there's a lot of people in Los Angeles that does, streaming and YouTubes and all that kind of jazz. Um, so I figured, move it over to this other city, which, was a slightly further away, not by much. And I'd be able to get, a better connection that way. So far, Los Angeles has been winning out so far on that. I don't know. My assertion that there's going to be a lot of traffic there hasn't held up yet. So, um, so that's the reason why I'm kind of, um, I'm kind of making sure that I'm kind of taking it slow for the most part, so I don't, you know, um, if I am indeed on thin ice, I don't necessarily want to fall through the ice here. So, um, so we finished off all the animations that I really needed to do with the vector drawing. Last week, I was starting to upload everything into Unity so that we can load them up into their respective prefabs. Um, add all of the, um, and then of course we'll start loading in all the animations in there, get the animation controller working for all of them, and then we set up the triggers um, to allow for the transitions to happen, from idle to walk and then back to idle and so on and so forth. So there's going to be a lot of different transitions. So um, I mean, especially when um, like if I have um, if I'm switching like the construction workers, for example, if I have the um, if I have the construction worker working on a barrier, and then I want them to start harvesting the forest right next to them or something like that, then I'm going to need to make. Hmm, that's interesting. Just got a text message. Hmm, okay, well, don't know what happened there. Um, so the um, sorry, that threw me off there a little bit. Hmm, yeah, something for me to correct later. Okay. The We're going to be getting the images into the prefabs, and then we're going to be taking. Uh, we need to set up each of the animations properly so that we can have it transition um, between the different animations. So if they're constructing a barrier, they can switch over to resource harvesting instantaneously, or I'm going to have to set it up to go from like construction to idle to resource harvesting. So we'll look into handling all that, but obviously there's a lot for us to kind of work on along those lines. So um, just so you're aware, Unity is currently doing a importing of files and packages into my game right at the moment. So there was obviously a lot of changes. Um, Last week, if you weren't here, I updated the the file to the most recent Unity version, or at least I attempted to, and that's when the crash happened. Um, so it's currently working on that right now, trying to handle the um, handling of new files and the like. So um, let's see. Anything else for me to really kind of talk about? Not really. Um, I've been slacking off on the on my series, but I have a lot of things going on right at the moment, so um, I'm going to go ahead and tackle that series most likely tomorrow. Um, I have to kind of put together I have potentially a job. Well, not. I gotta be careful with that. I have an application to fill out, so and that's something that I'm going to be taking care of tonight. Um, and I got some things to worry about um, here at home, chores to do, so on and so forth. Tomorrow, I gotta call my bank and try to handle some situations there. Um, and some additional chores. So we'll see about trying to get that series back up and running tomorrow. Um, we'll see. Um, Tomorrow we'll see about maybe um, hopping in um, my brother's stream that he don't normally does on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and we'll see about trying to talk with him a little bit more. Um, so if you're curious, he's been playing a lot of Minecraft, but last night we actually kind of met up and played some more Civ 6. I haven't really been streaming or recording that, so you can probably see some of his perspective on his channel or on his YouTube. So feel free to check that out. Um, Strange Worlds Unlimited. That's his channel. So hmm, a lot of importing going on. It's apparently doing a lot of the imports for um, the vector art right now, uploading all the vector drawings. So let's see. Anything else? Uh, Not really. Hope you, hope everyone that's currently watching is having a good day. Um, Sorry about not doing anything yesterday. Um, my Wasn't really in the greatest of uh, mental mindsets yesterday. So, um, with the combination of the um, bank irritations and the pandemic and um, what should be a happy holiday wasn't exactly so happy for me. So, um, and I didn't want to bring that negativity online, so I kind of took a day off. So, um, so hopefully you understand that. Um, so, plus I didn't really there wasn't really much that like I kept on trying to kick around what I wanted to do for Halloween, and I kept on not finding anything that I really wanted to do. Um, there's things that I'd like to do, but I don't have the means at this point. So, um, So that's just gonna have to be postponed for later. Um, like for example, a lot of people have been playing the Phasmophobia, and that game looks pretty fun. Um, investigation, um, into the paranormal kind of thing, and um, that looks like a pretty fun game for the most part. Especially if you have um, a couple people with you on that. Um, but I don't have the as it is anyway. I don't even know if my computer can actually run it right now. So, but um, I mean that would be like a perfect game for Halloween, and well, I don't have it. My computer probably couldn't run it anyway. So, um, so again, maybe next year. Maybe next year we'll bring it back up again. Um, or there could be a brand new game that everybody is loving at the time, and um, that's one of the things about um, streaming and playing games and like trends, gaming trends change over time, obviously. You know, um, people love a certain game over a certain period of time, and that's where a lot of the viewership goes. Um, Before it was Animal Crossing, then it was Fall Guys, then it was Among Us. Now it's kind of Phasmophobia. Um, Phasmophobia and Genshin Impact. Those are pretty much like in same. Well, there's a lot of uh, interest in those, right at this moment in time. So, or at least based off of what I see. Um, then of course you still have um, the older games that still has, a fair amount of following. Minecraft, League of Legends. Haven't really heard much about Fortnite, but then again, that's never really been in my wheelhouse anyway. So, um, but we'll see what tomorrow brings. So, um, so uh, Monday, Tuesday is gonna continue the Warframe. Yeah, let me show you guys what I'm kind of waiting for here, so you guys aren't uh, wondering what the heck is going on. See, and I'm still kind of dealing with the import here, um, so you weren't wondering what the heck is going on. Um, so um, Monday, Tuesday is still going to be the Warframe. We're going to continue with that. Um, we have World of Warships on Wednesday. Trey is still going to be on Thursday, and still trying to figure out how to actually go about finding what I need on that one. I don't necessarily want to look it up online, but I don't really have any other. Um, I don't have any other hints as to um, where to really look on this because um, the map hasn't really changed, and the resources that are around the map hasn't really changed either. So it's like, where are these new resources that are supposed to be popped up and allow me to make better weapons and armor? I don't know. Still got that to work out. Um, and we're going to be continuing our achievement hunting on Plants vs Zombies for Friday and Saturday. So um, once that's done, then I may get into Genshin Impact, switch over to that for the Friday Saturday slot. Um, but at the same time, I don't necessarily want to take on something that has has no ending either. I don't know. Depends on what you guys want to see. So, okay, we're actually getting to a point where we're actually going to be seeing some of the Unity details here right at the moment. Okay. Just making sure everything kind of loads in first before I do anything crazy. Okay, looks like we're ready to go. Okay, so um, so we have all the prefabs here. That's already been kind of um, you know, been kind of created a little bit here. So um, I want to make sure um, that the images are set up here, and I can get the um, animations done for them. Um, so we're going to be kind of looking at, the uh, different animations and animation controllers and the like. So um, change the animation controller to see if we can figure out what we can do here. Um, because obviously this kind of needs to change a little bit because um, it's not kind of complete on here. So what we're probably going to want to do is we're going to want to set the idle to movement and then back to idle, and then we have multiple different um, extra behaviors, motions that we're going to need to do for the construction. Um, so there's more for us to kind of work on along those lines. But we have our ghost, we have our ghoul, we have our goblin, we have our construction worker human, and we have our specific hunters. Why is this the way it is? That's weird. Why? Why are my images look so corrupted right at the moment? That's a little concerning right at the moment. What is going on here? Hmm. That's very odd. Okay, um, let me check the image out. Let me check the image out through Inkscape and make sure that there's not this going on, which I don't think this is the issue right at the moment. I think what probably happened was that there was a corruption um in the uploads to um the images directly, so there was probably a an image corruption. So we'll see about maybe um see if there's something that we can maybe do to try to figure out what the heck is going on there. Hmm. So that's concerning. Okay, here let me kind of put this down as problems here. Let's see. Actually, what number are we on? Um, we're on problem 47. All right. Let's see. Let's just put a. All right. Um, let's see. Factor images showing up this. um, verify that they are uploaded correctly. Um, alright. Now let's see. Our human idol war spoon. I don't have any of that here, so we're just gonna open up the image through here. It's human. It's the warrior. Um, spork. Idol. One left. Okay, so not really having any issue here. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Mm, okay. Alright. So. Hmm. How corrupted are these guys right at the moment? Hmm. Okay. Why are they not showing up on the sprite list right at the moment? What is the issue here? This isn't great. I mean, I have them labeled properly. So I mean, I don't necessarily need to worry too much about the, being able to kind of select which ones I kind of want because I have them labeled the way I need them to be labeled. Okay. Um, but this isn't showing me the sprites at all, and that's what this is supposed to be all about. Showing me the individual sprites, and I can already see we're having some issues with possible corruption on this. So, hmm, hmm. Okay. So I'm noticing something that's a little. So just so you are aware of what my mind is thinking right at the moment. So I'm noticing that these corrupted files here have a certain dimension here is 62 by 79. But when I select on one that is not corrupted, or at least doesn't have any kind of corruption there, I don't have that dimension. I don't have the change in. It's not showing me those kind of numbers right at the moment. So what seems to be the problem? What seems to be the issue on this? Hmm. Hmm. The idea was that, I used the same, um, I used the same kind of dimensions when creating these. I had a template already kind of set up so that it would stay within a certain set of dimensions on this. So I wouldn't necessarily have any kind of problems with these kind of dimension problems. But hmm, okay. Now I've heard that um you know if you change the image, if I like make any kind of changes on an image here and upload it, it will re-upload everything. So um I'm kind of thinking maybe I'll just um kind of re-upload everything. So we're just gonna replace them all and see if it kind of resets the see if it changes the uploads. Doesn't seem like it. There's no change on this right at the moment. Why? Hmm. Well, I need to figure this part out here, folks, because if this is what is going to be showing up on my game, then obviously that's not something that I really want to be showing. So um, we need to make sure that this isn't a problem. So one second while I bring up a browser so that I can start figuring out what the heck is going on there. So uh, yep, go vote if you haven't already. All right, Unity 3D vector corruption. Hmm. Let's see. There are corruption. Hmm. I didn't really see much here that really um, not really seeing anything here that really kind of stands out. This doesn't look like something that I really need to worry about here. Um, 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 uh, I mean, I do appreciate this the information here. Um, this guy got talking about debugging and the like. So um, I don't think this is anything that I really need to. Um, hmm. Yeah, this happens. For some reason, Windows kernel is corrupting my memory, but why? If you pass in this parameter, we'll write to into your stack. Not obviously something that actually happened, but um, um, so it's processed as soon as possible. How does one interrupt select function? Apparently, we used queuser APC to execute asynchronous procedure while select was blocked and threw exception out of it. That unrolled the stack, had us execute some more code, and then at some point in the future, the kernel would complete the work and write the result to status block. No, it's yeah. So enq user APC we never need to interrupt select. This path has been used on platform for quite a while, and that's used on Windows 2. Fix for this bug shipped in Unity. Lesson learned, folks. Do not throw exceptions out of asynchronous procedures if you're inside a system call. Alright, well, this wasn't the issue at hand, so um, let's see. Hmm. Okay. Now to know how I can get this fixed. I don't necessarily want to be seeing this. So, and I'm not really sure how to really kind of fix this either. Hmm. Let's see. Any 3D vector graphics. Hmm. Hmm. I'm gonna probably need to hold on to this here because I'm looking at this here and it seems as though I should hold on to this for later. I don't know if I actually need it right now, seeing that I'm still kind of loading in the assets into the prefabs already. But hmm, yeah, let me go ahead and let's see. Hmm. Just go ahead and just kind of put it down here for now. But I don't know if I really need it right now. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, we'll hold on to this for now. Let's see. see, let's check out documentation. Let's see. Oh, is it all just okay. Hmm. Um, hmm. That's a problem. Hmm. Hmm. Am I just not having the right kind of vector graphics? Hmm. Maybe it maybe I shouldn't be using a sprite renderer. I should be using an SVG renderer. Hmm. Okay, let's see. Okay. SVG image. Hmm. Okay, I'm not seeing SVG renderer in this bunch here. Hmm. What seems to be the problem here? Hmm. What seems to be the problem here? I mean, am I just not having the right kind of renderer in? Hmm. Hmm. Uh, hmm. Okay. It's not really what I need. Let's see. Package manager. Maybe the package in question needs to be updated as well. Maybe it's trying to use an older version of the package and therefore hasn't been properly updated either, and therefore causing the corruption. whenever you're ready to show all the data here. Um, let's see. Hmm. Okay, this is the most recent update for it, so I guess that's something that I'm gonna have to kind of keep my eye on whenever I do any kind of like major updates. I'm gonna need to remember to handle, um, the updating of these individual packages as well. So let me kind of make a note of that. Um, Vector graphics package window package manager was outdated when after updating the uh, Unity project to the latest version. Remember to update the update any packages used to their most updated version. I just kind of warning. Obviously, this isn't something that will be. I mean, I'm putting this down as problems, but the idea is that you know, I'll have this on hand so that if I ever have to update the my project again in the later on, for me to kind of come here and verify that um, uh, if I need to, I can just kind of go to any of these and basically say, okay, which one of these have I kind of installed or you know uh, worked with or anything along those lines, and is there something that I need to update to? So, um, see, it looks like some of these have already been kind of updated recently. So, um, or they've kind of done some auto updates. So that's nice, but um, not all of these are doing an auto update apparently. So hmm, this is interesting. Hmm. This might be interesting to kind of play around with, maybe later on. Um, I'm not 100% sure on it, kind of thing. So I mean, and I don't necessarily need anything super complex right at this point. So I don't think I'm going to be using it at all. But that does look interesting. So um, let's see. Um, AI AI planner package. All right. Quite a lot of different available packages here. Um, Oculus. Yeah, this is not something that I'm going to be able to do right at this moment in time, using the um, VR. Maybe later on, um, especially if I give the player the perspective of being able to, load into one of their units, like the hunter um, or the construction worker. But they have to kind of be careful with that because if they're not like on top of what needs to be kind of collected, or if they're not keeping an eye out for like the overall um, the um, you know the um, the perspective, I just obviously that's not something that I can do right now, because it's going to be kind of a 3D modeling, which I don't have the expertise on that, um, to really um, you know trying to actually build the models for those 3D assets is not something that I'm a I'm familiar with on how to go about doing. So that's something that um, I would have to wait until like the next version or two down the line. Um, but it might be interesting to kind of see like uh, here. Let me try to um, one of the um, so YouTube Dungeon Keeper um, uh, what's the one spell that you can do? Um, spells. Um, Take over minion. Um, okay. I kind of want to try to show the idea about this a little bit. Um, Obviously, I'm not going to be showing any, or I'm not going to be doing any kind of audio or anything along those lines, but I just want to kind of show you an idea as to what I'm kind of thinking about doing. Okay. So this is what I mean by a um, this is what I mean by being able to kind of enable themselves to go into um, like individual members on their team. Okay, so um, this is kind of a showing you what I mean by that. Um, you know, up here you can just it's not necessarily. I mean, you can kind of get away with not having it as like a 3D kind of perspective, but once you start kind of allowing your models to kind of go, or allowing yourself to kind of go down into the models themselves, into the sprites themselves, then obviously that changes the perspective. You're not seeing it from a top-down version. You're now seeing everything around you, you know, um, so it adds a little bit more depth to it. So um, I'm not going to get to that point on this game. That's a little outside of my range right at the moment, but um, or at least that's outside of where I want to um, take this first version. Once I get to that point of being able to do um, that, uh, once I finish the first game, okay, once I finish this first version off and get a sense of where my limits are, what I can do, um, then we'll start expanding out into the other. We'll start kind of expanding what we can do and just kind of push the boundaries a little bit more. Okay, so um, maybe be able to actually hire someone that can actually do some decent art drawings. Um, put in uh, put in something that allows for like um, I mean, sky's the limit when it comes to um, it comes to overall game design. Okay. Um, one of the one of the positives that you can try to do is try to get a um, try to allow for community modifications. Okay, allow for people to kind of mod your game to allow for other um, allow for differences, allow for like the levels to be changed up a little bit, map design being changed around, allow for different maps to be added in, allow for um, different skins to be added in, a lot of those uh, lot of those kind of deals. But obviously, that's not something that I want to worry about right now. So, first step is just to get this game up and running. That's the first. That's the first thing that I want to do. Okay. Once I get the once I get this game running, or this first version of the game running, then I'll look into ways of actually expanding, you know, uh, what the possibilities can be. I may need to rewrite the code in order to allow for modifications or mods or so on and so forth. Hey there, Hunter. How you doing there, bud? I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. I kind of took a little bit of a break yesterday. I wasn't in. Um, I need to kind of give myself a little bit of a mental day off yesterday. So um, I don't do it that often, but I mean, you kind of have to take those little vacation days every once in a while. So how you doing? Okay. Still not good. Doing fine. Just got done with some work. Nice. Hmm. Right now, I'm dealing with um my vector sprites coming out very very differently than what I'm expecting. I mean, this shouldn't be looking like this. So, um, I'm worried that this right here is going to translate into what happens on the screen itself, and I don't necessarily want that to happen. So, um, I'm not ready to actually kind of play the game right at the moment because there's quite a bit of um, problems for me to kind of deal with right at this point. Seeing that I've been kind of switching out the tiles and the like. But uh, yeah, yeah, it's definitely making me kind of wondering what the heck is going on here. Um, some of my assets are fine. They're loading in the way I want it to load in, but um, the I have these that are kind of corrupted on me, and I'm not quite sure exactly why. Um, I've kind of I was kind of showing the um, I was working on the um, showed the art assets through Inkscape here. Um, but it wasn't really, um, I haven't changed anything along those lines. I haven't really modified any of them, so I'm not quite sure why I'm having that being shown very, very corrupted um, from what I want to show and be what I want to show. Here, let me load up the so so for example, the um, I'm looking at the attack. Spoon one right. So, you know, this is what it should be. So I don't know where I don't know where what the problem is right at the moment. So, the Unity is fairly up to date. I mean, I haven't seen any kind of message saying, "Hey, your Unity's not up to date right at the moment." I just found out that my um, um, the vector package wasn't up to date, so I made sure that that was changed, that was updated. So what else could be the problem here? Hmm. That's what I'm kind of dealing with right at the moment. So, um, okay, let me see about maybe this has something to do with it, maybe. Let's see, edit, project settings. Let's see, package manager. Weird. Halloween was okay. I mean, I didn't really do anything here. Um, met up with my brother to, play some Civ 6 last night. So it wasn't too bad. How about yourself? How was your Halloween? Hmm. Okay. That's interesting. Played some Plants vs. Zombies versus with some friends. Nice. Nice. Played that for most of the night. Hmm. Hmm. Phew. That's quite a time. Yeah, I would imagine you needing some breaks on that one. 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. Good 13. Well, no, yeah, about 13 hours. So that's 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 a good amount of time to be playing a single game. So I mean, granted, if you really enjoy it, then you you tend to get yourself wrapped up in it. But um, hmm, package manager. Okay. I enjoyed it. He also broke a controller. Oh no. That's unfortunate. Sorry to hear about that. Um, Preview packages are not verified with Unity, may be unstable and are unsupported in production. Hmm. Okay. Let's see. The game is so addicting. Yeah, it can be. It can be. Hmm. Let's see. Edit, project settings, package manager. Still nothing in here. Hmm. Let's read up more on the scoped registries and see what we can kind of do about this. Okay. The scoped registry allows you to you can host your own packages. Same concept that npm uses. Package manager always maps a package to one or only one registry, guaranteeing a consistent result regardless of network connections. Some organizations work inside a closed network, which makes it difficult to access Unity's own package registry. Um, Package registry and server side inside the standard Unity packages. Their customers has a toolbar or menu items for a Unity package or extending the tools provided in Unity package to interface better with your own custom package. Um, um, Set up your scope registries in Project Manifest. Use scope registries property, which takes an array of scopes. Name URL scopes for each of the package. Huh. Hmm. If you don't see vector graphics in Package Manager, click on Advanced and enable Preview Packages. Okay, well I did that. Also make sure that you have all packages selected and not in Project. Hmm, let's see. Edit project settings. What does it mean by all packages selected? Hmm. Maybe it's in the other window. Package Manager. Hmm. No, that's not exactly what I want to do. Hmm. It's not really. Hmm. Where is the disconnect here? Hmm. Where? What is the problem here? Okay, let me load up this YouTube and see um, what they kind of talk about. There's no audio on this, so yeah, I don't have that though. Hmm. What am I missing here? Let's see. Let me do another um let me do another Google search here. Package manager Unity is empty. Um, you can try to manually update package manager UI dependency to package manifest is located here in your project. Hmm. Okay. Not really seeing anything there. Hmm. What seems to be the issue on this? Um. Hmm. Let me check out this here, the project folder packages and the manifest. So, okay. Is this something that I can actually modify right now? Hmm. I'm not sure about that. Hmm. That's interesting. Yeah, well, Hunter, I'm probably going to have to um uh reject that. So because there's nothing for you to try me on right at the moment. Um, so I'll go ahead and reject that, and then like maybe if you want to join me on any like of any of the games that I play, like Warframe or World of Warships, then you can redeem it then if you want. So if you play either one of those games, but obviously doesn't really help you right now. So, but thank you anyway, there, Hunter. I appreciate it. So, I mean, if you want me to just you know take the points and all that, that's fine. I mean, the other thing that you could do is add them into the um the I have I think it should still be active, the my large campaign for eventual movie night. Granted, that did set the point value to be extremely high, so maybe I should like reset that to something a little bit lower. But I mean, that's available if you're interested in just putting points into that. So, okay, where? Hmm. What actually is the? I mean, I'm not seeing any other um, UI dependency. I'm not really seeing that here. Granted, this is a couple of years ago, so they might have gotten rid of it, but um, I'm not really seeing that particular. Um, I'm not really seeing it here at all. So I don't really know if this is anything that I can use. Hmm. Um, um, hmm. Hey there, Jedi. How's it going there, bud? What's new? What's new is my My art assets are looking very corrupted right at the moment, and it's kind of throwing me off right at this point. And I'm trying to figure out why it's showing up to be really corrupted when, I can go to other versions and, I'm not really seeing any kind of problems. So, um, and when I switch over to this view here with this selection of the sprites, it's not showing all the sprites that I have, and it's even showing ones that are um, corrupted as well, and I'm not quite sure why I'm having this kind of an issue here. Why am I having um, why do I have this being looking like it's um, fully corrupted when right here you can clearly see the image. So they're saved um, in the asset folder. So all the images um, are here. So I don't know why it's looking like these are perfectly fine. On my computer, yeah. I haven't saved it off, on a server or anything along those lines. So this is all local. So I don't know why I'm having a problem with the images here all of a sudden. Could be corrupted files. Then why am I seeing then why am I still seeing them perfectly fine um, on other utilities? The Inkscape, for example, they're perfectly fine. Why is Unity having a problem with the prefabs rendering them in um, when you can clearly see that um, the version of them within the assets under idle here is showing them perfectly fine. That's where I'm not quite sure what the heck is going on here. So am I gonna have to like maybe delete the prefabs and rebuild them? Because I've tried modifying the image contained within this. So I mean I don't know I don't know why this is a problem. Obviously, it doesn't feel like it's a problem with the prefabs. It feels as though there's like a disconnect within the asset folder itself, and I'm not quite sure how to fix that. Could be that Unity is needing a restart. Maybe. I mean, I did do a update for the package and all that. You know what? You're probably right there, Jedi. Let's go ahead and I'll exit out of Unity here, and then we'll reload and see what if that might fix the issue. I was trying to see about if there's like anything that I could do to try to um, fix the issue here, because obviously I don't if this is the graphic that's going to be shown in game, then obviously I need to get this fixed. I don't necessarily want to be showing that while, when the player's playing, suddenly that pops in and it's like, there is a problem there. So, yeah, I don't suspect that it's a problem with the file itself. At least I don't really know. I have a funny feeling that it might have something to do with um, uh, Unity's version, use Unity's package control for um, uh, for vector art. So, but I'm trying to figure out where the problem lies on that right at the moment. Um, I wasn't expecting seeing this today. Here I was thinking, oh, okay, I'll be able to, make sure that my resources are kind of changed up and all that kind of jazz. Um, and so far, yeah, bit of a problem on, uh, what's kind of being shown at this point. So I don't necessarily want that to be, um, I don't want that to kind of cause additional problems for me. So let's see. Okay, let's reload Unity. Oh boy. How's your day been there, Jedi? You keeping you keeping sane? How was your Halloween? package came up and package manager came up and was like, yeah, let's go ahead and resolve all that. Um, Hopefully we can get that vector art corruption fixed. If it is even an issue, it might just be kind of showing me that corruption, even though it might be perfectly fine when I actually play the game. I don't really know. Um, I'm hoping that it won't cause any kind of problems, like, it won't be showing that corruption while I play the game, but you never know. There might be some additional steps that I might need to take in order to make sure that everything's set up properly. So, there's a reason why I switched over to vector versus the pixel art. So, um, so that when I do the camera and modifying the, um, being able to kind of zoom in and zoom out, then I'll be able to, um, it won't change the look of the sprites themselves. I won't be able to, you won't be able to see the pixelization, you know, as badly. That was the whole reason behind switching over to vector graphics versus the pixel. Um, but we'll see what happens there. Hopefully we don't have too much of a problem, but you never know. Maybe with the um, with the update to the package, maybe that allowed for it to, um, the, um, seem, I had to reload everything back so that we didn't have any kind of issues with that. Editor layout could not be fully loaded. This could happen when the layout contains editor windows not available in this project. Hmm. Okay. Let me look into that one because that looks like it's a very topical to what I'm kind of dealing with right at the moment. Editor now can I be fully loaded? This can happen. Let's see. Let's see. Um, let's see. Um, press to create a custom editor's viewpoint class. The editor window class seems pretty straightforward to me. Unity's editor window class is a scriptable object, so it allowed me to use the typical above new class where you normally use to create a new instance of class, but it really wanted me to use a scriptable object form of like so. And only was it a day, and to be fair, Unity does do list editor window classes. Um, hmm. Do I actually have a viewport in my code somewhere? Let's see. I'll go ahead and load up the code here. Or at least should. Nope, still corrupted. Hmm. Let's see. Let's see. Unity 3D. Select sprite. Palette is not showing images. Um, hmm. That's instructions I could find, but I was never seeing any of the tiles I created from my palette. I could select them, but guesswork can still paint with them about 50% of the time. They're cool. And others, and not others, but I could see and so just throwing a guess here, but does it fix apply? Build. Um, okay, well, so far I'm not really seeing any full answers on this. Okay, well, that's not really what I need, I guess. Um, um, Hmm. Why am I having such a major problem with this right at the moment? Hmm. Hmm. Not seeing anything here. Um, hmm. Hotel assets that do not exist anymore in your project. Possibly check if they've been deleted. No, that's they haven't been deleted. Um, Create a new tile palette. Open your tile map prefab. Double click it. Um, this might be something that I might want to look into. Um, just deleted my palette on all the tiles, then create a new palette and drag my spreadsheets and my roll tile and appear it again. Hmm. I'm wondering. I mean, this person right here was talking about, um, creating a brand new tile palette, tile map prefab. Um, and I'm kind of wondering maybe uh, maybe instead of my palette, maybe I need to look at my spreadsheets. Hmm. see. Unity sprite sheet. Um, uh, um, uh, showing sprites. Um, hmm. Texture type might maybe not set to sprite. Hmm. Okay, let me go through these and see if I'm indeed having some issues with this. So, hmm. Hold on a second, I got some text messages here. Um, Here we go. Sorry about that. Okay. Let's see, format. I don't think there's anything here that I kind of use on this. It's probably because of the fact that this is a vector and not the sprite or not pixel itself, but hmm, not sure. Advanced settings. Hmm. Don't know what that's all about. I don't know if this is really the right way of addressing this or not. Let's see. Let's see. How was I able to do Unity 3D adding vector sprites to sprite sheet? Hmm. Package manager, spreadsheet, view spreadsheet in Unity. There's no option for me to change to multiple. However, it does let me access the spreadsheet. Um, spreadsheet. Matter. Okay. Seems that this person um, has all the answers for this guy right at the moment. Let's see. Um, let's see. Don't really see. I mean, I'll go to oh, right. Okay. That just contains a lot of information that I really don't want to have to kind of browse through. That's just a few pages on that one. Um, hmm. And even then, I don't know if that's even how do I. Um, hmm. Preparing sprites. Hmm. The problem is that this is different when it um, comes to the vector graphics because obviously you're not um, seeing those kind of details with this. Hmm. Oh. Am I opening up the file itself? Probably. Yep, I am. All right. I don't need to do that. Close that out. Hmm. Um, nope, it's not acting any better. I'm just trying to see if there's something else that might be the issue. Just trying to see if there's something that I can do that might figure out what the heck is going on. So, um, you know, I saw, I saw this post here. Um, so if I, if I go to uh, the, if I go to the prefabs here and I, go to the sprite render and open up the sprite list, I have a lot of images here that are not showing up correctly. So, and it makes me wonder if there's something that I can do to maybe reload these in or something along those lines, or clear tutorial packages visibility. Um, what if you open one that is not showing correctly and whatever you edit them in and then save and refresh? That's the problem is that, I've recently uploaded all these in here, so it doesn't make any sense as to why they're having this much of an issue for newly uploaded files. I mean, the only thing that I can think of is, um, deleting all the, you know, deleting my files contained within the drawings there and reloading them again and see if it loads everything back up. Hmm. I mean, it's the only thing that I can think of doing right at the moment. So I'll just go here. Let's see. We won't worry about the resources here. Yeah, let's go ahead and close this down. Save the project, exit. I want to make sure that this is closed down before I do any kind of like major changes to the files here. I'm just gonna go ahead and select the folders here. We'll delete all those. And then I'll delete the metas. Just make sure that those are kind of out of the way as well. And then we will go ahead and see. Oh, I gotta be careful here because I don't necessarily want to bring these art assets in either. So I need to create the folders individually. I have them as plural, so here we go. Now go to ghosts, copy these. Tools. Copy that. Okay. Copy that. Then human. And there we go. Now we'll reload. Um, we'll reload Unity, and we'll see whether or not there's um, any like major changes to it. You know, have it kind of re-import um, all the files in. Maybe because it was using an older version of the importer, it corrupted the files that way. Maybe I'm not sure. Or it messed up on the importer or something along those lines. But we'll see. We'll see um, if this kind of fixes the issue here or not. So we're gonna load up the hub again. In some ways, I kind of wish that they would leave the hub open so that I can kind of refer back to it and open up like another project. But oh well. All right. Let's see what we can do here. Or let's see if this somehow fixes the problem. Um, if I'm still having this issue of, my sprites not showing up on my sprite list, then I'm not quite sure what else I can really do on that, especially with the, my vector graphics. Um, let me do a preemptive Google search here. Let's see, Unity 3D vector sprites not showing on sprite sheet. Made some vector images in Inkscape and imported them to Unity. But I've noticed that when looking at them from afar, they tend to not look very good. Their features look pixelated and blurry. At first I thought this was because I was using a vector graphics package to import the files directly, but even when I export the image into a PNG, it still doesn't look very good. Maybe I'm an idiot, can't find some obvious setting to fix this, but I don't know solution to this problem is. Um, you import image texture into Unity, automatically sets compression to normal quality, which means the image may seem blurry, pixelated. Checks assets folder, then under the inspection, it says compression changed from normal quality to none, which should fix your problem. Wait, normal quality to none? Oh, no compression whatsoever. Gotcha. I get you. I gotcha. Duh. What am I doing? So instead of having any kind of compression on them, which reduces down the overall quality, you're removing the compression so that they are just, exactly what you uploaded them into. So maybe that might be the issue that I'm dealing with. I don't really know, but we'll see. Um, we'll see whether or not we're kind of dealing with the same kind of issue here when we import everything. Crossing fingers, hoping everything works and all the images are uploaded properly and I don't have any kind of other corruption issues or anything along those lines. So we'll see. There goes the importation. Importing all of these. Yeah, after last week's, um, stream crash, I had to, um, I stopped the stream. Thankfully, was able to actually do that, and then I had to um, basically stop the download or the installation for Unity. Delete the version, and reinstall the version that you know the latest version so that we're here now. So crossing fingers that everything is gonna be set up correctly, and then we can kind of move on. All right. It's like, there's always that moment where it's like, I want to continue working on, you know, I want to go like get back into the code and like, but at the same time, I don't want to leave any particular errors, especially if it's something that, I might need to like rework the art in some fashion or another. So, you know, um, I'm thankful that I'm finding these problems now instead of having them like crop up, later. So, um, and hopefully I'm actually doing the right kind of code and setup that will allow for this to kind of work properly as well. I don't really know. Um, that's one of the things um, when you're an independent kind of working on this by yourself. You don't have any kind of mentors. I mean, you know, um, you can always look online for other tutorials, other people that are doing this kind of work, and see what they do, watch what they do, and hopefully see some insights that you might be missing. Um, and hopefully you're able to kind of learn from that. But at the same time, um, it might also be something that is fairly difficult for you to, um, you would have to go through their like entire project, watching what they do to learn from it. Um, so I mean, it's not obviously if you're trying to like come on in and say, hey, I need some help on this one particular facet of of the project, like, hey, my sprite sheets aren't showing the images. Well, I mean, if you have someone that's been kind of working um, on the game for like years and stuff like that, where are you going to find that kind of information at? What video do you go to? Where you can where can you find that information? You know, did the programmer or developer even come across that particular problem? You know, um, it's one of the things with video tutorials. You might be able to get some insight from it, um, but you really have to kind of um, be ready to kind of sit down and watch as they kind of work through their projects. And if they even edit down their videos, then you're talking about, they might have experienced some issues themselves. They might like deals with some issues, and they might not even show you, what they were kind of dealing with or what their solutions were. So, um, and obviously that's not great. You know, like if, for example, if I was to, if I was to put this video up on YouTube channel and I just basically deleted this entire section here because I'm not really going anywhere. I'm not really moving forward in my development cycle. Okay, if I just kind of said, okay, here's all the images showing up on my sprite sheet on my sprite sheet without like showing any of the problems, then how is a person able to understand and figure out what they need to do in order to get past that particular issue? So, um, that's why like the good tutorials that are out there, they show you, hey, if you do it this way, you might actually cause yourself a problem. So if you see if you see that you're having this kind of a problem, then you probably messed up here, so you're going to want to do this in order to fix the issue. So, um, like for example, I was really kind of struggling at one point in time in my project because I wasn't quite sure how to actually center the asset, um, within the prefab, the image within the prefab, it wasn't centered. It was always kind of um, the image was just kind of off center of prefab the prefab center. The image center was not lining up with um, you know, the centers weren't matching up or lining up with each other. So um, you had to um, you had to delete uh, you basically had to delete the prefab, create a new one, add the image in, and it lined up perfectly fine on that. And um, I saw a mention of it once during my, looking through browsers, but I wasn't quite sure exactly what it was kind of talking about, how it was kind of talking about that. Um, so it just allows for you to, um, you know, these kind of issues that, you experience. You might not always see them if you're uh, trying to find it in a 200 video series or something like that. Hopefully, I don't get to that point, but you never know. I've already I've already put quite a number of videos out here concerning this particular project, um, and it may take another year or so. I mean, you never know. I mean, right now, um, we're still kind of working on the overall gameplay of it. So, um, if I can get these art assets to be working properly, then I can fix then I can handle the animations and stuff like that, and we can start working on getting the movements down. So, you know, next week we can try, getting the actors to kind of the move around the map and uh, see what we can kind of do with that. So, all right, let's see. Okay, we're having a little bit of slowdown on selecting prefabs here. Okay, it's looking like everything's good. We now have it's the deletion and adding of assets looks like it fixed the issue here. I don't see any like major graphical glitches anywhere on our sheet, so that's looking pretty good right at the moment. Obviously, um, no worries there, Jedi. No worries. So, we're gonna need to do human, oh, human idle, um, warrior, and it's goblins, so we want the spork. Um, idle war spoon, one to the left. Oh, what the? No. What's going on here? Once again, we have. Okay, so our sprite sheet is fixed, but our images in the inspector are being corrupted here, and I don't know why. Um, hmm. Human. Um, idle. Let's see. Construct. Hammer. Okay, it's fine. Okay, so let's see, human, idle, warrior. Let's see, ghost. So that would be gun. Okay, let's see, human, idle, warrior, book. Hmm, interesting. Why is this one having a major issue here? Hmm. It's kind of interesting. The draw mode here is set is um is kind of grayed out, so you don't you I can't change the draw mode on this one. But when I select this one, the draw mode is able to be changed. So I'm wondering if I might have if I might need to redo the prefab on this. Like maybe it's just not if the prefab itself is just bad. I don't know why that would be a thing, but at the same time, it's like, well, if I select another sprite, it comes out up okay. So I don't know why I'm having an issue with this one in particular. Maybe it's because maybe it's because of the spoon. Hmm. See, one of the things that uh so one little detail that I was kind of looking and seeing in our list here was the fact that um in the list of websites that I was kind of looking around through and all that. Um, it was trying to figure out, um, how to kind of handle, um, gradients. And I did use a gradient in for the for the spoons here. I changed the color to allow for um, the impression was to try to have the spoon look like it's kind of has a like a cup kind of feel to it, like it's kind of you know it's like shinier on the inside or duller on the inside to kind of show that it has like a little bit of a shadow or whatnot in the center. Um, so maybe that might be the issue. And if that's the case, then how can I fix it? Hmm. Okay, music. Keep on playing, please. Hmm. Okay. Sliced isn't what is needed there. Tiled isn't what's needed there. Hmm. Nothing changing there. Hmm. Could that be the reason why I'm having such a hard time with these particular sprites? Could it be the gradient is actually causing a problem here? Hmm. Let's see. Um, yeah, let's go to the. So far, it's looking like the only ones that are really having a major issue with this right at the moment are just my warriors directly. So let's see if there's something that I can maybe kind of change with them here. Apparently can't change the draw mode there. Um, hmm. Don't really know if I really need any of that right at the moment. Um, let's see. Um, Wait a second. Okay. So that appears to be the main problem of it. So for those of you that are watching right at this moment in time, the all my images here, um, using the idle, the gradient is always kind of like in center of the spoon, or at least that was the intention. So, um, so here's the, idle. as you can see, once again, we're kind of right in the center. Yeah, it's a sport. Yeah, I know. Um, um, but why is the gradient coming across as incorrect here? Unapplied import settings? Yeah, I don't need to do that right at the moment. Yeah. No worries there, Jedi. No worries. Okay, so as you can see, the gradient that I have here for a human idle war spoon spork 1 to the left is not the same as the human idle war spoon 1 to the left in Unity. It's using a different gradient. So that that might be the root cause of it. That's probably what it's it's kind of messing up on right at the moment. And I did see some talks about how you know just kind of bruising the uh, trying to get into the looking into the vector graphics and like that the gradient hasn't always been isn't like completely set on this. Um, so I'm afraid that that might be the root cause of all um, the initial glitches for these images right at the moment. Mm, so let me see. Let me go ahead and get rid of some of these tabs. I don't really need all of them. Um, you know, that didn't really lead anywhere, so we're gonna go ahead and close that down for now. Uh, we can go ahead and close that one down. We'll close that for now. We'll close that one down for now. I mean, I will need to kind of address this at some point in time, the warning, but we can worry about that later. Um, okay. I think that's going to be fine for the most part. Hmm. Okay. Vector sprites, gradient. Um, let's see. What is gradient banding all about? Um, let's see effective images in Illustrator. Um, Click on your image in your project folder. Click on the inspector, uncheck generate maps, and hit the apply button. Oh, this is really old. I don't think this is really anything that I can do right at the moment. This, this is 5 years ago, and they definitely changed since then. Um, as it is anyway, as you can see, there really isn't any maps, or at least I'm not seeing anything here concerning that. So um, that information isn't exactly up to date. So um, uh, okay. Hmm. Once again, they keep on talking about the format, and it's like, well, I don't have that option of format in here. So I don't know what I can really do about that. Sprite editor. This one there. 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 Hmm. Maybe. Nope, that didn't really do anything. It really didn't do anything. didn't really know if that would do anything overall anyway, so um, nothing changed there. Okay. Nothing I can really do about that. See, this is what I'm kind of worried about right there because the color in the spork is gone, so it's having some issues with the gradient. That's for certain. But how do I fix this? Um, Material property block is used to modify these values. Hmm. Let's see, can I actually change the shader somehow? This is opening up some. Oh, it's opening up um, the studio code. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Well, apparently this is showing the information contained um, within within the package itself, but I don't know if there's really any way for me to change the values in here without um, what I'm trying to do. So, um, as much as I might like to, um, uh, change some values here to allow for me to, um, get the gradient to work properly. Um, this is something that's been kind of set in the package itself. So I don't think that that's something that I can easily change overall, at least not right at the moment. Let's go back to Unity here. And let me see if there's something that I can do on fixing or changing the values in that. So let's see. 3D, let's vector gradient. Let's see if I can, if there's any information here that I could use. Let's see, I'm trying to export a basic circle with a gradient from Infinity Designer as it keeps spitting out incomplete mesh data in Sprite. However, when I replace the gradient with a solid color re-export, it imports fine. Um, okay. Although this seems to with kind of support this, or we require the def and define before the elements that we reference it. Try to improve on this in future versions of the SVG importer, but in the meantime, maybe there's an option to force Infinity Designer to export the gradient definitions earlier in the file. For example, I manually move the def section before the path to fix it. Hmm. Well, it sounds like there isn't any way to do this from the Infinity Designer export. I made a feature request thread in the forums here. I can work around the issue manually for now, not a huge deal. I thought, is this something I could potentially fix with an asset preprocessor? Um, hmm. It'd probably be a bit fragile, but it's worth a try. You could potentially search for the def section and bring it directly under the root element with string manipulation. Again, this feels fragile, error prone, but may work just fine. Or predictable format. Hmm. Okay, so it's sounding to me as though I'm really gonna have to kind of be careful when it comes to the gradients because it doesn't seem like it's something that I can easily change or um, have access to right at the moment, or that I can mess with. So um, Hmm. Um, okay, there's one tweak that you must do to make it work on your canvas. Select text color 2 in the additional shader channels. Hmm. Unity is really kind of taking its time on this, but then again, I mean, um, I'm also doing streaming at the same time, so that's probably one of the reasons why I'm getting quite a bit of a slowdown on Unity. It's not as fast as it used to be, but it's probably because I'm dealing with a lot more. I'm dealing with the streaming at the same time, so alright. Um, additional share channels. I'm not quite sure where I can find that at. So let me do a search for it. Additional shader channels Unity. Okay. What the heck? I don't want to do that. Go away. No, that was probably under the collab. Hmm. Let's see. I'm having some difficulty right at the moment because I don't remember where the canvas is per se. Um, it might just be here in the scene, not animator. Hmm. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not 100% sure where I can find uh, canvas. So, uh, um, let's see. Changing. Hmm. That didn't really do anything. Maybe this form will have information on it. Hmm. That didn't really show me much. I mean, I probably could have read through it, but um, just want to try to like visually see. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Let's see. Hmm. Okay. Maybe I'm missing something here because I'm not quite sure. I mean, obviously this is showing details concerning um, something concerning Canvas, but under what um, all UI elements must be children of a game object that has a Canvas component attached. When you create a UI element object from the menu, Canvas object will be created automatically if there isn't one on your scene already. Hmm. Hmm. I don't remember ever dealing with Canvas before. Hmm. I'm running out of time. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to the bottom of this, so I'm going to go ahead and put this down as a potential problem so that I can look into it next week. Um, Matter of fact, let me go ahead and save that. Put it right here in the same kind of uh, gradient for um, human idol war spoon is showing corruption on the inspector. I figured it is due to the gradient seeing that the gradient used on Inkscape is not the same as the gradient shown in the sprite either in Unity. Suggestion was made to change the canvas additional shader channels to text or 2. However, I did not have a canvas set prior. Will my game need a canvas? Don't remember using one for TD or like. I need to go back to tutorial to figure out if canvas is needed or not. If I do need a canvas, yeah, let me kind of separate these and uh, into like little extras here. Let's see. Um, where do I put it in terms of the game manager? Is it necessary for each scene version? Okay. So I'm going to need to do a little bit of some work as to where, what, um, I'm obviously going to need to kind of change what I need to kind of do here overall. Let me go back to the 2D roguelike and see whether or not, they did include canvas um, in um, see what was kind of changed on that. Um, see how if they even implemented a canvas. I'll need to kind of research that a little bit more, find out what it's all about, and see, does it actually somehow improve um, on my gradient um icons, or my gradient uh, art assets, because based off of what I can see here, well, actually you guys can't really see it right at the moment, and my picture's kind of blocking me. Based off of the image here, it's not showing the gradient correctly, and that might be the reason why I'm having the corruption when it comes to the prefabs there, you know, at this particular image. Um, so obviously we have something to kind of um, we have a little bit of a problem on this, and just adding this canvas right now, did nothing to change the prefabs here. Um, so this suggestion here, for additional shader channels, you know, might have been something else entirely. I don't really know, but obviously it's not something that is, um, what I'm dealing with on the prefabs is not the same as what I saw on the page 8 there, about the whole canvas. So um, yeah, I need to close on down for tonight. But it's looking to me like I'm really gonna need to get um, uh, we're gonna need to kind of look into seeing whether or not prefabs with gradients work and how to try to fix that. Um, uh, Prefabs with gradients are possible or not. Um, so we'll have to kind of look into that and figure out what's going on, because uh, I can't have, if it is indeed a problem with the gradient and this is kind of showing up on screen, in the middle of the game, people are gonna look at this and go, "What the hell is this?" So um, I want to make sure that um, we get this resolved before we really mess with all all the movements, obviously. Um, here it was like, it's like, I'm super close on trying to get this figured out, but once again I'm having to um, I'm dealing with small little problems here and there that's kind of slowing me down a little bit. But I mean, at the same time, you know, it's a benefit to me because I get to learn a little bit more, and it's a benefit to you, the viewers, watching me, because now you're seeing other potential problems that you may have as well. Um, so hopefully you appreciate the fact that of what I'm kind of looking into and trying to figure this out. Um, Hopefully you stick with me on this. We're gonna continue working on this every Sunday, so feel free to stop on by, say hi if you want or not. All these videos will be uploaded to my YouTube channel, so feel free to check that out if you'd like. Got a link down below on my Twitch channel for that. I also have links to my Discord, my Patreon, and my Twitter account down below on my Twitch channel, as well as in the description of my YouTube videos. So feel free to check those out if you'd like. I have a schedule of everything that I do on this channel down below on my Twitch about page. So if you're interested in seeing, what games I play during the week, as well as these coding streams on Sundays, you can see that there. But just know that I stream daily from 2 to 6 p.m. PST. Um, I do have another series that I've been kind of working on off and on. Um, um, I've been doing like an hour long streams for that, but can't do that tonight. Maybe I'll be able to get to it back to it tomorrow. Um, but we'll see what happens there. But I need to get going, so thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. Jedi, thank you for stopping on by, man. I appreciate it when you do. Um, let's see. Uh, Let me make sure that I got everybody. Hunter, thank you for stopping on by for um, in the very beginning. I appreciate you, um, saying hi to me. Um, it really does help, you know, keep the conversation going. So, uh, but yeah, I think this is where we're going to go ahead and close on out for tonight. So thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. Hopefully I'll catch you next time. But until then, have a good night. Stay healthy. Stay safe. Go vote. And I'll catch you strangers next time.